Hey, and a good day to everyone. I've just recovered from a really nasty flu. For the past 1 week, I've lost my voice. And so it is now time for us to return to this YouTube channel. And for today's episode of Growing Your Tree of Prosperity, I'm going to talk a little bit about some uncomfortable truths about rising markets, right? And obviously, on the 2nd of January this year, the STI was at 3,800 points. And on 9th of October, when I built these slides, it's gone up to 4,440. So this has been a meteoric rise, but still got a long way to go, right? If the valuation of Singapore's market is at a P of 16, I believe that the STI index can go as high as 5,100 points without ever being considered overvalued, right? And one thing I need to really talk about is that exuberant markets can lead to more disengagement at work, right? We've observed that when real estate prices were going up in Shanghai in the past, workers became less engaged in their work. They spend more time talking about the real estate markets, right? And actually, in 2021, before the Terra crypto ecosystem broke down, the high dividend or so-called passive income use of the Anchor protocol basically created this group of crypto bros who could only talk about crypto when he went on a date, right? Annoying a lot of women in Singapore, and they complain about this on social media. And these are the things you can see when markets begin to overheat. And of course, if high real estate prices were to go out of control, it would cause younger people to delay getting married, as it's much harder to get an affordable home. All right. And this is something we're seeing in parts of the world where real estate prices, has made owning a home out of reach for young couples. I mean, naturally, my own personal situation before 2024, a large part of my investment portfolio was held in local dividend stocks. So naturally, for many years, it has underperformed. So my focus was to live on the payouts and support my family. But up to 2024, most of my gains in my net worth came from the valuation of my property. All right. So I'm not able to see the cash. I'm able to see an increase in my net worth with no corresponding change to my standard or quality of life. And so I'd like to talk a little bit about unretirement. And this is the term that is getting some traction in mainstream media. It talks about retirees in recent days attempting to rejoin the workforce for various reasons. And one of the reasons is obviously the lack of financial security. And in the 2024, in the years prior to that, I was always thinking about unretiring, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with getting more money, and I can remain engaged in the world. But unfortunately, when I got my license to practice law with a law firm, my Graves' disease came back. So I made the decision not to renew my license when it came out for renewal the following April. So I've always been thinking about how I can get back to the workforce, right? But right now in 2025, things are very different because this market upswing is sustainable. In order to be overpriced at a P of 25, the STI has to reach 8,000 points. And I'm fairly confident that real estate valuations are also going up. A neighboring EC from my unit is selling at 1,700 per square foot. And I was only able to meet $1 million per capita in my family after the markets came back with a vengeance this year. And so I like to say that the lethargy is real, right? I've attempted many times to unretire. I failed. I attempted to go for a technology training program in the finance industry. Then I attempted and then I failed to get into the artificial intelligence apprenticeship training program, right? But these deals to exchange time for money is starting to have less of an effect for me because markets are rising, right? And so the question I ask myself every day is, why bother focusing on work when your investments can do much better? And the amount of money I need to spend on myself is really low these days. My expenses have gone down by a lot. So naturally, what happens in Wall Street can impact Main Street. Naturally, when markets crash, real lives get upended. Uh, People who get margin calls, they can commit suicide. When markets do well, especially in the case of Singapore over the next 1 or 2 years, there will be an effect on the population. And people may find it more fascinating to monitor the markets than to remain engaged in their vocation. Okay, that's all I have as I restart this channel. If you like my material here, um, you can Google ERM intro and take the first link, and I'll see you for my next preview. Thank you very much.